I was one of those guys that thought counseling was for people who were weak. As I've matured and God has showed me my own weaknesses, I've realized that everybody could benefit from counseling.
I'm a nurse by training, and for me, you can't be well unless you're mentally well.
I have learned over the past 10 years or so that it is as important, if not more important, than your physical health. It is a foundation to your quality of life.
Well, I learned as a small child that trauma can happen in any family at any time. My dad died when I was 8. I had twin brother and sisters who were 6, and just watching my mother go through that traumatic time, and it would have been so wonderful had I been able to talk with someone.
I've had trauma in my life, and I think the way that I've personally experienced the healing, that's why personally I can desire that for people that I know.
For most of my life, what I've been able to see is there was 2 places you could get counseling. One is in the secular realm, where they ignored the Creator and the way we're created and the spiritual side of it. And one was, with ministers or pastors on a church staff, where they tended to approach everything like it was a spiritual problem. Wellspring's come along and filled this void where they're really treating the whole person as a whole person.
Having taught youth for many years, and not only in the school system, but also at churches, I can see the trauma that families deal with all the time. As I was helping them, I didn't know about any place like Wellspring, so I had nobody to refer them to. But now it's great that I can say, I know of a place that will help you.
I'm involved with Wellspring because I have total buy-in to the vision. I've known Tova for a long time. I love the vision that Wellspring has for the community, the greater community, Miami-Dade, and beyond, really. And just the creative approach and the hands-on approach that Tova is pioneering, and the things that she does, I think are really valuable, and I think they're cutting edge, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Because I have been helped by guidance and counseling, I want to share that. I think it's important, especially in the Christian community, to want that for each other. That's part of loving our neighbor as ourselves.
So much of what we have and what we see in the world that's broken comes from a place of mental illness. And so if we can spend just that much more time focusing on resolving this issue and dedicating the resources necessary to mental health, we would be living in a much better world.
There's just so many ways that you can give to Wellspring and volunteer, donations. There's just so many different ways you can help out, big or small. Support these programs and make them available to people that may not be able to afford them or don't have access to them, to help them become aware that there is help available and they can heal.
I've seen Wellspring since it first began, and I've been so impressed, and I see God working.
I continue to feel honored and somewhat awed that I get to be a part of what God is doing in Miami. And I feel like He is definitely using Wellspring to love this city. And so for me, it's just exciting to kind of be along for the ride in that sense.
I love Wellspring.